Good evening, San Carlos. So I went on a little gas run, got some wind in my hair because it's so bloody hot out. And I was uploading today's videos and noticed I lost a subscriber. Seems to be something magical. I hit that 200 number and I lose a few people. I can't win them all, I guess. But it would be nice if a lot of you folks who watch it don't subscribe if you would subscribe. But I must have picked up at least a dozen new people today. I'm sure they'll be adding themselves in the next few days, but no, it's one of those things where bike's running a little rough all of a sudden. I don't know why. And when I tried to be me and the baby and a sidekick on there, it was bogging out. I guess it's just not a big enough bike to be carrying all the people like some of these other Filipino bikes. But it's good enough for me. Gets me from point A to point B. Just makes me concerned if I'll be able to carry luggage on it if I ever had to do that. So, or tow a little mini homemade trailer, because I was thinking of just building something. But yeah. I get some. I'll check the oil tomorrow, see how it looks. Maybe I said I'd love to, do a full maintenance on it, but I just got no tools. I'm just loath to buy more tools. But today, I dropped probably another 1,000 in getting myself properly papered because I don't need any issues with, not having all the papers I need, and I'm dipping into the immigration fund, which sucks. So I hope business picks up this week. I guess we'll see. And but yeah, if the bike starts running like crap, that's also a negative. But I guess we'll see how that goes. And I thought I would spin over and check out the hangout there for some of the dudes. And they've left an hour plus ago. I guess only 2 guys showed up tonight. But it's Monday. I understand that everyone can go get hanging out outside for hours on end on a Monday night. It's just my only night off, so I try to make advantage of it, do everything I can. So it was nice. Went to the boulevard and tried to spend some quality time. Picked up a few new Westerners, and because of all the earthquakes and crap we're having lately, and the volcano that erupted nearby here, I want to make sure I keep the tank full all the time. So I went for a little gas run. And it's great. The thing fills up for like 150 pesos, which is like $3 Canadian, So yeah, just a little short. Just wanted to send a shout out to those folks who are still following, and those folks who are watching but not subscribed, saying, hey, don't be shy, come on, subscribe. You know what I mean? And I haven't had any questions either. No mailbag, no nothing for a while. So I'm also only floating around 30, 40, 50 views per video. So it'd be nice if I could get that up as well. But no, tomorrow's the day off. I'll be up early so I can get some more of the papers done. I got 3 of the 6 pieces I need done today. I'm hoping I'll get the other 3 done tomorrow. And then I was waiting for a fire marshal, because they got those here too. Come and inspect my kitchen, and then that'll be it. I'll be done. And I signed for a special permit so I can even leave the place in charge of a manager without worrying about transferring the name, if I can get me and the missus and the baby back to Canada this summer. And I was all excited because I thought I had that RV sold. I had a hit on Messenger, and my son actually answered the phone for once to try and coordinate that, and then the guy backed out. So yeah, that was disappointing, because if I sold the RV, I'm laughing. I have unlimited funds pretty much over here now, at least until I go back. But yeah, no, I think that now that I'm getting all the paperwork and I'm burning through funds to do that, it's so that I can keep the place open and keep going with that. And of course, once I have the paperwork done, I can advertise on Facebook and things, so that should help sales. Plus today I picked up like 4 different Germans, different circles of Germans even, so it was nice. But it's definitely a Germanic day, so guten Tag, everybody. And one guy's just scouting for like 8 other friends that are coming over in November, so I'll definitely be on his hangout list. But so that should be a way to let the business carry me forward after this month, because yeah, I'm on fumes now. And yeah, I'm spending money I probably shouldn't, but I have to. I have to get the paperwork right. I have to have stock. If I'm gonna make a go of it, I gotta do a good go. And so we'll see. Yeah, tomorrow morning is that, and then the afternoon I have some stuff with another expat friend, and then well, associate. And then in the evening there's the little group thing, and then late evening I don't know what I'll do. So probably be burnt out because this whole running around like crazy from early till dark, even on my days off, is starting to wear on me with the heat. Like today, I couldn't get my ass out of bed before 11. I tried, but and the family unit gets up at 6:30 a.m. religiously every day, and it's like, oh my goodness, how are you doing this when you're going to bed at midnight? I guess it's my age. I'm really feeling that I need that 8 to 10 hours of sleep sometimes, but the heat doesn't help. But tomorrow during the day, I was hoping like midday to go over to Slipaway event, like finally, and go swimming, because it's a cheap boat ride over as long as the weather permits, and I'm dying to go swimming. And I might want to get a few decent blogs over there because it's a beautiful island from what I'm told. I just haven't found my way over there yet. So yeah, and anytime I can use to go on a boat ride, I'm there, you know. As folks who saw the earlier blog when I was down on the boulevard, I was chatting with some fishermen. They were launching their boats, well, their kayaks really, from the boat launch there. But and I haven't found a fishing bait store or anything. I need a lure set and a lead set and a hook here, and there's got to be somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. So if you're one of the local San Carlos folks, send me a shout out there in the comments of where I could probably find simple fishing stuff. I got the pole and all the stuff. I just don't have hooks and leads, and I really want a bobber, especially a bobber that glows in the dark. Highly illegal in Canada, but fully legal here. So. Makes fishing a whole lot easier at night if the fish see the light and come to it. But yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. I'm gonna go back home now and hide in the aircon for the rest of the evening because it's bloody hot, and spend some time with the family unit where I don't have to be guarding the front door open for customers. Yesterday was a bit of a poop show. I was open all day and had 0 customers. I was talking with one of my neighbors who has a little pastille shop, and shout out to Dane. They said they hadn't been very busy and they were focusing on school because it's a slow time of year, they were saying. Me being new, any day I get some customers, I'm happy. So, but Wednesday morning I'll restock just my meats and vegetables because I'm not going to be overstocking on anything. I'm going to keep a really, really small inventory. Just like with fish back in Canada, I'd rather run out than throw out. Or in this case, I'd rather run out than have to eat it versus throwing it out. I had like 4 burgers today with what was left over for me. Mrs. had 1, I had 3. But, and I did a bunch of chicken fingers just to have as instant done rather than have the meat not take, because I bought it on Friday there. I mean, it's not that old. We're talking Monday now, but now I'm all about fresh. So, but yeah. And now that I know I'm sticking around, I'm gonna try and find myself a stainless steel topped prep table, even if I gotta build the legs to make it the right height, because this cooking on little counters and bending over because of the short counter space, because I'm a tall guy, everything here is built for tiny little Filipinos. It's killing my back. But so that should be the upgrade of the kitchen this week, is the upgrade of the new prepping table, something baker's height, you know what I mean. And then I will, once I have the tin, start advertising regularly on Facebook, so that should also help. And then next week is immigration. So now I have this Aussie guy who has to go next week as well, and he's like, oh, we'll drive together. So if he does, I'll go with him and we'll get that done quicker than me taking the bus. But if not, then I'll just take the bus. I was tempted to motorbike, but if the motorbike's acting like shit, I don't want to take that chance. But at the same token, you know, it is only a 2-hour bike ride or a 3-hour bus ride. I mean, I just don't know all the routes that direction. Dumaguete was a straight stretch. There's no real way you can get lost or F up. But I hear Bocala, whatever it's called. It's got a couple different routes to get there, and mountain roads that go to shit, and who knows how they are because of the earthquakes and this and that. So it might just be feasible to spend the 500 return trip pesos to go there and come back. And this week, and when I go, I mean, other than cheese, and I gotta find curds big time because I got poutine on the menu, and I can't find curds here. And it was different because in General Santos, as you people who follow the channel know, I was able to teach a guy who does milking cows how to make curds. You know, it's not that hard. He's already making cheese with goats and cows, so I mean, the curd process is just 1 or 2 steps more. So it was really nice to have fresh, squeaky cheese, curds, whatever you want to call it. But no, I guess we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So if I can find pre-made curds and Bacola. See, the other thing is I go with the bike and I leave early enough. I could spend a good chunk of the afternoon searching different malls. I was told there was a place called Landers I gotta find. And if I've got my phone going and things, I could probably just network it through on maps and find all these places and hit them all up, right? But if it's bloody hot, I need to get a different gym bag, something that can carry stuff cold long term, like an insulated bag. I got 5 of them at home. I didn't bring one with me because I didn't think I needed it. There's so many things that are on my list to bring back with me next season after I go back to Canada again. Insulated gym bag is one of them for sure, but I guess we'll play it by ear. But yeah, it looks like now the final verdict is I'll be going back for Easter. Because once I have all the paperwork, I should be able to limp along until then, even if it means I have to, you know, get a few friends from homeland to throw me a few hundred here and there, which is nothing to them. But as you folks know, I stretch 100 out further than anyone else can over here. And if I'm turning into stock, I stand the chance of turning into sales, so which triples my money, right? Like gambling, but with a success rate that's better. But yeah, so for those of you who are still following, thanks a lot. For whoever was that stopped following, who knows why? Maybe it's the Sunday sermon thing, which, you know, that is a tongue-in-cheek thing. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But I also had a lot of requests for it, to be honest. Like, the first time I talked religion on this channel was because I had 3 gentlemen ask me about the conservative religious element over here. And the idea of doing a sermon on Sundays was just an idea to try and get more clicks on any given time, weekly. Just like I was hoping to do the whole relationship with the local spouse on Mondays, because a lot of other bloggers do have their spouse on their channels, and sometimes it's just bouncing questions off each other, like very generic ones. Other times it's talking about, you know, the relationship in general, or generic relationships in general. I hadn't really thought of what our format would be. I'm going to try and convince her by next week to maybe do a 10-minute blog a week together. I mean, she's got a huge following online too, so if it gets a few of them following my channel, that's beneficial. And for those folks, of course, who say I don't put her on my channel enough, it's because she doesn't want to be, really, to be frank. Which I'm fine, because as I end my things now, and I'll say it again because I'm about to end this show, is sharing is caring, but not your personal information, meaning not even your private life, right? I don't really want to be doing that anymore. And I have stopped doing that because it was advice I took that I don't think was necessarily the best advice. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I looking forward to the bike ride home, because it is nice to have that wind on you anytime you can. So yeah, like, follow, subscribe. If you're liking it, just helps my word spread around and get me in the algorithm. If you're subscribing, that helps, just because it makes my numbers look better. And if you're hitting that bell, you're going to hear when new ones post every day, which they do, sometimes multiple times a day. And over the next week or so, there's going to be a lot of very interesting, informative posts, such as the situation I'm doing with getting all the paperwork for a business. That alone should be very informative for anybody who is wanting to come over here and have a small business to add to their, you know, pensional income. Hoops you're gonna have to jump through, fees you're gonna pay. You know, today was like $100 to the barangay haul for them. you know, $100 to some surveying company for the taxation in the neighborhood kind of thing. So I'm down 200 there. And ironically enough, you know, when I went into the mayor's office, I was with my daughter and ran into 3 of her aunts and, or I guess second or third cousins, and other counselors that aren't part of the expat group who knew me. One of them's following, so I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry, sir, but thanks for watching. I'm not sure how many counselors San Carlos has, but I mean, that means I now know 3 at least. So if there's 20, I guess 3 is not much, but if there's only 6, I'm halfway there. One of the biggest advantages I had in General Santos was networking with the local governmental peeps. So if I can master that here, that will definitely make all of my plots locally go a lot smoother. So have yourselves all a good night, and don't be shy about the mailbag or if you got questions. And like I said, next week is more immigration stuff, including the renewal of the wonderful ACR card, ARC card, sorry, Alien Resident card. It's like a piece of ID that you have to get once you've been here 3 or more months. So when you're wandering around and they pull you over or they chat with you and they want to know who the hell you are, what you're doing, you just pull that out and they can run that number to know if your visa's up to date and all that fun stuff. And of course, I never, ever, ever overstay. The one time they got me was only because it was a holiday I didn't know about, a Muslim holiday in Gensan. Sorry, it was Cebu. It was in Cebu. And they don't give that day's grace that they say on the webpage. They'll still nail you for the full month of being late if you're late 1 day. So, but according to Bacola, you can go in 5 days early and it doesn't cost you 5 days. They just do the paperwork, but then it files on your actual date of required extension. So I'm probably going to try and do that a few days early each time now. So if I do get there and the office is closed or there's some gimmick, because as you guys who watched the channel for last visit, it was closed. Impromptu holiday, family day, right? So anything's possible here. There's a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of red tape, so you want to try and stay ahead of all that as much as possible. So but yeah, so follow, hit that bell. Even if you're not subscribed, if you hit that bell, you'll still at least hear when I post new videos. And if they're of interest to you, if they're one of the 5 or 6 subtopics I'm doing, you can watch it. If it's not, you can ignore it. I think that's kind of what's happening. Why I'm getting certain hits on certain videos and not on other videos. People don't really care about the day-to-day blogging stuff. I'm just doing it because I made a commitment I would blog every day. So and it's a roller coaster, obviously. So some people like that. They like the drama of it all. So it's their own personal reality TV show starring the captain. So, but liking is useful if you really like the video. Like I said, I don't ask till the end of videos because, you know, I think it's kind of obnoxious when people are like the first 5 seconds of a video saying like and subscribe. It's like, why would I like it? I don't even know what you're about to say. Maybe it's going to be garbage. I don't want to like it. So I like at the end of videos only because this way it's been earned, it's deserved. So hopefully I can deserve and earn your likes. So thank you folks, have yourselves a great evening.